All right, it's Matt Davidson, guest host in here to moderate for the player-coach perspective. We have Trayvon.
Yes, sir. What's up, y'all?
We have Coach Baron Brown.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today?
Yes,
I'm pretty
sir.
good, man. I'm pretty excited. So we can jump into the first topic, which is what? The Damian Lillard trade, right?
Yep, trade of the year.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one of the craziest trades I've ever seen.
Yeah. It took a while.
Yeah, no, it took months. I
Just
thought he was
wasn't
going-
where he wanted to go, initially. But,
Right.
how many times do you get to go where you want to go?
True. But I do think this is a great trade for Milwaukee Bucks, as far as offensively, But on the defensive end, they kind of took a step backwards. So they're going to have to improve in that area.
I think Phoenix won the trade because they was trying to get rid of Aiden last year, and they finally got rid of him, and they got like a quality center in Nurkic, and they got 3 good bench players, which is their weakest point of their team.
Right. And I think everybody won, because some of the teams did get better.
Yeah.
I think Boston got better. Drew Holiday, that's a great pickup.
Yeah.
I wanted him to go to the Lakers. I'm a little biased when it comes to the Lakers.
The Blazers did a great rebuild.
Yes.
Like, their team still looks solid.
Yes.
Like, really solid. I mean, they didn't even make the playoffs last year, so.
But I do think the West is deep.
Yeah, so they still might not make the playoffs, but.
The West is tough, man. It's tough. The East as well, we know that. But I just think it's more teams in the West.
Yeah, and look out for my Mavericks. They still might make another trade. Get somebody else, get another big man, try to get somebody like a Clint Capella to come in and help the Mavericks. They got additions with Rashawn Holmes and Grant Williams and Seth Curry, and you went and got Derek Jones Jr. You add people like that.
You got athletic dudes.
Yeah, people that the Mavericks have normally not went after in the past.
Exactly.
Right. We can see the second year of Kyrie and Luka. And that was crazy last year. They were like the 4th seed, fell all the way down out of the play-in.
I mean, you got Jaden Hardy coming back. He's a baller. Josh Green can play. Maxi Kleber's solid. But then you got Dwight Powell, who I'm not real high on. But I know Coach Brown likes him. He's a do-it-all guy.
Yeah, he does a lot.
Hustle guy.
But I do think a lot of teams did get better over the summer. I think it'll be interesting to see who comes out of the West. It'll be tough.
Miami probably going to be in that same play-in situation because they kind of got worse.
Yeah, they didn't add any pieces yet.
They picked up R.J. Hampton.
They picked up R.J. Hampton? I didn't even see that.
Go ahead and trade Bam to Dallas. We'll take Bam off your hands.
Yeah, I would love to have Bam.
Yeah, we'll give you Bam
Give
to
us
the
Luka.
Mavericks. Nah,
Give us Kyrie.
well, no, that's not going to happen.
Oh, no, you can't give up
Nah,
the
you
big-
can't give yeah.
All we need is a center to add to this team, and we're straight. I mean, we got Derek Lively, the rookie from Duke, and then you add in Max Prosper.
Christian Wood still there, or he's still a free
They
agent?
signed with the Lakers.
He is with the Los Angeles Lakers as of a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lakers had a good offseason.
Yeah, they had a great. I felt like it was great. I mean,
Yeah.
they added pieces that you didn't even see coming. The Gabe pickup, you didn't see that. I didn't see that coming.
Oh, so
Gabe
bro,
Vincent, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see Gabe Benson.
they got a
coming.
baller because he can start or come off the
and
bench.
he's a California kid, so that helps a lot.
You add that
Yeah.
to what they already have, and then you got the addition of Christian Wood being able to come off the bench or start with them.
Yes, but thinking back with the Mavericks, I heard that it's a chance we pick up Robert Williams from the Celtics.
If the Mavericks
Oh
get
no,
Robert Williams, that'd be
Robert
great.
Williams is on the Blazers.
He signed with the Blazers?
No, they
No, no.
traded
No,
the Blazers traded Drew Holiday for Robert Williams.
Yeah, they're getting rid of him.
You think-
Yeah,
I mean,
saying they
yeah.
don't really need him.
because him or Aiden can't shoot. So
Yeah, so but the Mavericks could
Bring
use
Robert
him.
Williams
Yeah.
here. He played for Texas A&M. Bring him home.
Yeah, he's a Texas kid. So then you don't even have to run plays for him.
that's why the
Just
Blazers
lob
are
it to the
doing good.
rim.
The
Yes.
Blazers
Yeah.
doing great.
But-
I'm telling you, the Mavericks just need a center. You go get Robert Williams to add to that. I don't care who you get rid of. Dwight Powell's probably going to retire a Maverick, so it might be Rashawn Holmes being the odd guy out.
Hey, you got to get better.
You got to get better. You got Kyrie, Luka, Grant Williams is going to stay. He signed a big deal with the Mavericks. Seth Curry is going to be the guy coming off the bench. I mean, Jaden Hardy.
He's gonna be good.
Oh, Jaden Hardy is a bucket. He really
Yes,
is.
He really is. And he plays hard.
Y'all know what I see though? I don't see the Nuggets going that far again. I mean, their best bench player was what's his name? He signed with the Pacers.
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown, yeah.
Bruce Brown signed with
The Pacers.
Pacers.
Yeah,
Like-
Oh, you say he was
contract.
with, he's with the Pacers.
Their
Right.
best bench player. He was playing a lot of minutes
Yes.
in the finals.
Oh, no. He was. That's going to hurt.
And they got this kid named Christian Brown. Y'all remember?
I like him. I
yeah,
like him.
I mean they got him, but they didn't really add anything.
He didn't play a lot.
Yeah,
but
And I get their perspective. They're probably not tripping. They just got a ring. You know, this may be a year where they just kind of chill and step back and see what happens. But I mean, I look at what the Houston Rockets did. A lot of people don't talk about them. You know, they got Fred VanVleet, and then they went over and got Dylan Brooks.
Hey, Dylan Brooks was hooping in that the FIBA.
You add those
Gave
two
us
guys
40.
to that young core, and then there you go. I know they're trying to get rid of Porter Jr. If they, Porter Jr. has a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes right now. And then the Spurs just got through buying out Reggie Bullock, who they traded to the Mavericks traded to them.
Spurs, yeah.
So now you have Reggie Bullock being a free agent, and a lot of people think he's going to go sign with the Lakers. So we'll see.
Oh, and this is something that happened today. James Harden didn't even show up to media day.
That's a interesting situation. I don't know if y'all know the ins and outs on it, but
I know a good amount.
It's more personal now.
Yeah, it's super, man.
What's going to end up happening with him is he's either going to get himself out the league, or he's going to go to a situation that he doesn't want to go to. I mean, you're lucky if you go to the LA Clippers because that's where you want to go.
Right.
Well, allegedly, I read the story about him and Kelly Oubre. They said James Harden, he hosted a party. He was his own party. He looks up, Oubre was leaving with his girl. They were like close to being married. And Oubre, he's married to her now and has 2 kids.
Took his girl. Yeah.
That's what I hear. So
now
That's
Oubre's with the
crazy.
Sixers, right?
Yes.
that's why he doesn't want to play for him.
Not only that, but then you got Daryl Morey, who he doesn't like, calling Daryl Morey a liar to everybody.
Right.
For not dealing him. But let's see. You force your way out of Houston, right?
Yes.
Okay, you force your way out of Brooklyn. You're trying to force your way out of Philadelphia.
Let's back up to Oklahoma.
Man.
He forced his way out of Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, Houston, Brooklyn, Sixers.
That could have been like the Warriors
Yeah.
with that core.
Oh, man, they were low.
So now he's looked as a cancer,
Yes.
potentially. And who wants him? You want him in Miami? Because that's where he's probably going to end up trying
Miami.
to go.
Miami already said they don't want him.
Yeah,
He don't help them. They a defensive team.
Yeah.
Well, the Clippers,
I mean,
hello.
they needed a scorer, but like Lillard,
You
more
go to the
valuable.
Clippers,
than
there
that.
goes Paul George. Paul George ain't going to like that. I mean,
And the Clippers tried to trade Paul George to the Knicks.
hey, well, send him to the Mavericks. We'll take him right now. I'll take Paul George. Give me,
Who do you give up?
give me Zubac and Paul George, and I'll give you Jaden Hardy, Josh Green, a pick.
But
and
I think the Clippers want to win right now.
well, they're in a tough situation because they got a bunch of guys that like to take breaks.
Yeah. And they're moving into a new arena.
Yeah,
I
but
think next season probably.
you want to hop into the next topic?
Yeah, so the next topic we could talk about USC and Colorado and how that game kind of went. A lot of people thought Colorado was going to get blown out,
Yeah.
It was like that.
It
most of
looked
the
like
game.
that at first.
and then Colorado managed to make it a very close game.
Yes. With big plays. But I like the fact that it was different kids that stepped up. Like the young boy at 14. What was his name?
Marion.
Amarion.
Let me show y'all this picture. I'll put this in the video too. I was on Twitter. Let me see. It's a picture of a dog looking in the mirror.
Yeah, Bleacher Report. Shout out to Bleacher Report.
Nah, that's hilarious though. But that's all because Travis Hunter out. You finding other players to step up.
Yes. But
They got 5 stars on the roster.
man, but that Travis Hunter kid is special, man. He met up with the kid that
Yeah, I
injured
seen
him.
that.
But did y'all see or hear what he was saying? He's like, dude, this is football.
Yeah.
It happens.
The kid's last name is Blackburn.
Blackburn.
Yeah.
He said it
Blackburn.
happens.
Yeah.
It happens in sports.
Right.
You get injured all the time.
Yeah, and people, was it extra? Yes.
It was.
Was
it
it in
was
the game?
dirty? Yes.
Yes. But that's the game that you play. We've seen people like this past weekend. There was a player from Louisiana Tech that stepped on another guy's
Oh
head.
yeah, that was sickening, man.
So when you have stuff like that going, that's a little bit over.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you look at what they were doing before the game, getting heated,
Yeah.
almost fighting. Like some like that was bound to happen from either side.
But that's good for college football that you have a rivalry like that's building because it's good for Colorado State because who are they?
Right. That was a great game.
That was. But man, on the flip side of that, man, I respect what Deion's doing with those kids, man. I mean, even though he knows they're going into some games, they don't have a chance. But he make them think that they do have a chance.
Right.
You know, in USC, we thought it was going to be a blowout.
Like he building that culture.
Building that culture. But I think the USC and Oregon game will be close.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game.
I do think USC quarterback is pretty good, guys. It's the
Caleb.
reason why. Caleb
man.
Williams.
He was
I
throwing
think
dots.
he's pretty good. I think he's pretty good. I like Caleb Williams.
I have something else on here. The Bears. So the Bears projected to have the top 2 picks of next year's draft.
That's not good.
Go ahead and trade Justin Fields to the Falcons and get it over with.
Well, you think the Falcons, that will help?
Somebody wants him, and I think the Falcons might.
Oh, man, I don't
Desmond
know.
Ridder ain't that guy.
Right.
No.
Somebody said Caleb Williams going to stay another year. He don't want to go to the Bears.
That's
all
what
that's
Deion
gonna
Sanders was saying.
All that's going to do is hurt Shador.
Yeah, and I read the fact that he could bring in $7 to $10 million if he stays next year. Even Shador also, Sanders.
Deion already came out and said he keeping both of them, both of his kids. There.
Yeah, because I think Shiloh will do really well.
Shiloh is like a 5th-year guy, I think, right? I mean, I don't know how much more time he's going to have.
He's listed as a junior. He's not a senior.
Yeah, that's like Oregon's quarterback.
Yes.
Dude, that's like his 6th or 7th year in
Nix.
college.
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix, yeah.
It is his 5th or 6th year in college.
Yeah,
And he's pretty good. That's a pretty good
He's-
quarterback.
Man,
I was impressed with Bo Nix.
I personally think, coming into this next week, there's a lot of big games like OU and Texas, but you look how Texas has turned it around, kind of how Deion's going to have next year.
Yes.
Texas went out and addressed their issue, is offensive line.
Offensive line.
Colorado's issue is offensive line.
Yes, no doubt. We can tell by the sacks. But you do have to be big inside. You got to have some big guys on the line. So
I seen somebody say the time management at the end of the USC game was bad for Colorado.
I thought it was decent. I thought the time management with USC was bad. You gave Colorado a chance to score again, which they didn't have to. They scored. College is a little different. Pros, they would have probably taken more time off the clock. But they did score with time on. That's why they were able to score also. So
I would say Colorado's probably a top 15 team, and I think that USC might be like number 13. They're, even though people have USC so high, I mean, you barely beat Colorado. I mean, how good are you really?
Yeah, they would have had more time. That would have been, man.
How good are you really? You're not better than Oregon and USC. You're not.
no,
Based
I don't
off
think
of,
so.
Based off of style alone.
Yeah.
And that goes to Lincoln Riley being an all-offensive type of guy with no defense, really. I mean, USC was rolling through all their opponents until they got to Colorado, where it was a real dogfight.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. That's a great question, but I do think that USC Oregon game will be tight. I don't think it'll be a blowout.
Is it this next week?
I have to look.
I got this. Or you can look it up, too.
Yeah, and the next thing we're going to talk about is Texas. 'Cause
I'm very happy, very pleased with the way Texas has played this year. I just hope that they've really hasn't had no letdown. Every team they played against, they've beat.
I guess you can look at the Wyoming game and kind of say it was closer than people thought it should have been.
Right,
but
and then
I
they
think
turned on the
Wyoming's
Jets at the end.
Yes, I thought Wyoming was pretty good.
Miami is well coached.
Yeah, they're well coached.
Discipline,
yeah.
But with this game, like rivalry games, anybody can win that rivalry game.
Right.
Speaking of Texas OU weekend, Red River Shootout, man, it's a classic every year, man. It's pretty great. The crowd is into it, and the atmosphere is unreal. I don't know if you guys ever been to a game. I've been to one. It's unreal, dude.
But give me Texas by 14 at least.
By 14.
Yeah, give me Texas by 14.
They look like the best team. Georgia barely won yesterday.
Yeah, Texas is just too loaded, man. They got too many weapons. You got a kid from Grand Prairie where we live, Savion Red. They're just too loaded, man.
Yeah,
I mean, the only thing that's going to beat them is if they play against a Georgia, or if they because I would used to say Alabama, but they already beat Alabama.
They already beat Alabama.
Yeah, they already beat Alabama.
Maybe they can beat Georgia.
They got the receiver that came from Georgia. Big guy, Mitchell. And so I'm very pleased with what he's done there. We got a chance to meet him when he came here a couple of years ago, and good guy, Sarkeesian.
Sarkeesian.
When he came to recruit Savion.
He flew in.
Yeah, he's big time.
Y'all remember that kid from Bowie? The big dude, he played basketball.
Campbell, he plays on that O-line.
Yeah, he plays. He doesn't play a lot. He doesn't start, but he plays.
That dude was huge. I remember.
Big lineman. Kelvin
We
Banks.
played him twice.
Yeah,
Your
Kelvin
senior
Banks.
year.
He's a big guy.
Coach was like, box him out. I was like,
You're like, good luck.
Yeah.
nah, for real.
Dude's a real dog. Then you got Jonte Cook that came from DeSoto. He's been making plays for them.
Oh man, he scored a touchdown also.
You got Xavier Worthy, a fast guy.
Yeah.
He can, and then they got Jatavian Sanders, tight end number 0 from Denton Ryan.
Oh man, they
I
love
forgot,
that kid.
Jerry Rice son was on USC.
USC,
Yes.
He got a touchdown.
What number was it? I didn't even because I couldn't hear. I was at
yeah. He
a
wears number 2, I believe.
wow. That's huge.
Yeah,
Yeah, his son, Jerry Rice's son, plays.
Is
And
it
that's
sophomore?
I'll have to look it up. I'm not totally sure. I just know that him and Shiloh were supposed to go at it, and that was supposed to be like the reincarnation of Dion versus Jerry.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so. But USC, I definitely am down on them a little bit because if you're going off of wins and losses and then
he a senior.
yeah,
Wow.
based off the wins that you get, you got to go off the style on the wins.
Yeah.
And the style of them barely beating Colorado, a team that they were projected to blow out.
Yeah.
not-
How big is Jerry Rice's son?
I think it says 6'3", 220.
Wow.
Yeah, he's big.
That's a big receiver.
Yeah, Oregon beat Colorado pretty bad. So
I think Oregon just had a good game plan
Yes.
going to that. Also, that kind of goes into the same thing. You know how the Cowboys lost Trayvon Diggs, and they go in and play the Cardinals and get kind of handled? Same thing with Colorado.
Yeah.
You lose Travis Hunter in that game against Colorado State. Your next game's against Oregon.
Yes.
And
I do think that was psychological. That
Yeah.
game. I don't think they were really kind of in the moment.
Right.
Whatever, you still in shock about what happened. And it does affect you like that. But I don't know, man. Pros are pros. So you got the next man up. And I know it's a cliche, but still next man up, guys.
But I was very happy with how Colorado responded. Even with the loss, I mean, you respond, you lose by what?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
1 point.
going 1-11 the year before.
But if you watch the game, you would leave that game saying that Colorado is coming.
Right.
Because they are coming.
And I think the thing that people look at, Colorado, them winning is not just them winning. It's winning for the culture.
Yes.
Right.
It's winning for the black culture, the culture of hip-hop, the culture that all represents.
Yeah, because people always say, you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that.
Yeah,
I mean, they're doing it,
Yeah. I
Get
don't
into
think it's
that.
one particular way that you relate to kids or come across to kids. I mean, I think all kids want to be kids at some point. Then you grow up, become a man. But at the same time, he's teaching them how to be men, how to be
Right.
responsible, go to class. You don't wear headphones. You don't wear slides.
And real quick, I'm going to leave after this little part, but I just want to say you can really compare Colorado to Texas in another way of how Sarkisian came in. It took him
Yes.
that first year. Then he started recruiting his guys.
Yes, the culture.
The culture.
changed.
Dion is recruiting his guys. So now this next year, you're going to see some real offensive linemen, some real D
Yes.
linemen. He's already got the skill players. I mean, it's
Yes.
already there. So
Yes.
I really appreciate you guys having me. I'm Matt Davidson. I hope to come back every week.
Yes, sir.
I got prior commitments. So I just want to tell you guys have a great rest of your day and keep it rolling.
Thank
Yes,
you, man.
sir.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
you. See you next time.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
All right, we go. All right, y'all, we back. And we're going to hop into the Bills and the Dolphins game. That was probably game of the week. Everybody was ready to see a good game.
Yes. Some defensive playing Bills.
No, for real.
They played. That was the difference, I think. The defense. I think the Bills' defense outplayed their defense.
Yeah, because Miami, they offense super cold.
Oh, man.
So you stop them a couple times, then you score.
Yeah, I think if you limit the big plays against Miami, you can beat them because it becomes a possession game.
It was crazy. It was still some big plays. Like Miami receivers.
Man,
It was some crazy
them dudes
catches.
are fast. Hey, but the biggest thing, if those guys get a couple steps on you, you're not catching them dudes. So,
I think Diggs was really big on
man,
not
3
giving up on
touchdowns?
plays.
Oh man, he was awesome.
Yeah.
He was taking like 5-yard passes, run 15, 20 yards. I love his attitude.
Yeah. He like I got to step up for my brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man, that was a tragedy.
Man.
Yeah, but Diggs is a great player, and I think when him and that quarterback Josh Allen are on the same page, they're hard to beat.
Right.
They're hard to beat.
Yeah, but Miami's still loaded. Like, I mean, I don't think one loss decides the
No.
season. 'Cause, I mean, look at the Chiefs.
Yeah. I just think if they stay healthy, in the end, Miami will still be there. I think they're definitely a playoff team.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And then the Bears were up 28-3.
28-3, and you find a way to lose. I just think at the end,
That was
man,
hilarious.
you know, I kind of watch all the games on Sundays. I think in the end, man, they just was trying to play conservative not to lose. and they end up losing anyway.
Man.
But, I mean, I don't know. A lot of teams play like that. You get up big, you kind of let the other team come back because you get more conservative on your play call and you might run more, pass less.
I don't know how the draft works in the NFL.
The worst team has the first pick of the draft.
It's not no like lottery.
No.
It's not like the NBA.
No, not like the NBA.
So the Bears get that first pick.
Yes.
Who you taking?
Caleb Williams.
Okay, Caleb
USC.
Williams.
I have to. I mean, I think it starts with the quarterback. I mean, you got to get a solid franchise
look
quarterback. Nothing against Fields.
C.J. Stroud. Look at him.
Yeah, he's making a difference.
They said he hosts a team. He has dinner with his team almost every night.
Wow.
Like he's setting that foundation.
Yeah, continuity.
Right.
You know, you got to – I just think my brother's keeper, man. You got to be ready to help each other. I got your back, you got my back.
Right.
But when I let my brother down, I'm letting the team down. And I think when those guys get that understanding now, they're better. They're better teammates, better players, better leaders. That's just my thoughts.
Right. Lamar Jackson been looking good.
Yeah, you know, but it's almost like they're missing a piece. Is it the running back? You know, I don't know. I don't get it. Is it the tight end? Lamar Jackson is a phenomenal athlete, man.
I was so mad on the fantasy. This dude got 2 rushing touchdowns.
Wow.
I'm just like, bruh.
Who's your starting quarterback Sunday?
Tua.
Wow.
Man. Tua. He wasn't even playing that bad.
He wasn't. I just think the Bills' defense was playing that good.
Right. That's what I was looking at. I'm like, the Bills, they keep getting these stops. They gonna take the life out of Miami.
Yeah, but I do think the Bills are probably top 5 AFC team for sure.
Yeah.
I do think Miami is the top 5 AFC team.
Man.
But you know, it's all about matchups, man. You know, each week is different.
I'm thinking, what you think about the Bengals?
Oh man,
I think the excuse right now is it's just that Burrow's hurt.
He is hurt.
Yeah, but you think that's the main problem?
I know that's the main problem.
Okay.
That team, they go as far as he can take them. That team vibes with him.
Do you think he should sit out a little bit?
I think early in the season he should, because eventually it's going to catch up with him.
Right.
You know, and it can be something simple.
I think he just playing because he got that contract.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of pressure on him, you know, to live up to the big contract. So, and I do think it's important for the other players in the league also looking at that.
I seen Jamar Chase frustrated. He said, "I'm always open."
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that, but the quarterback's not always open.
Right.
It's always somebody in his face. But, you know, that's why he get paid the big money. Sometimes you got to stick in that pocket, man, take that big hit to get that ball down the field, and Chase, he probably can't get it to you. Man, if you don't have a good offensive line in today's football, you're not going to be very good.
Yeah, you see that in college too.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to throw the ball down the field. Now, you can get the little dinks and dumps, but
that, man, thinking about that, the Eagles in the Washington game, I didn't expect that to go to overtime.
Oh, man, Washington played well, man. I was really impressed with Washington. It kind of scared me because I'm a Cowboys fan. Yeah.
You know, the week before, they quarterback threw zero touchdowns, 4 picks. He went out there and played way better.
He did. He played well. I was impressed. And I thought the receivers, they helped him a lot.
Right.
They weren't dropping the ball. They was catching the ball, man. That was a good game. Went down to the wire. It all came down to a field goal.
Just 1 field goal.
In overtime. It gives the Cowboys a chance.
Last game, NFL game, we're going to talk about the Chiefs and the Jets.
Oh, man. I was really happy for the young guy, for the Jets quarterback. I lost train of thought.
Zach Wilson,
man. I was happy for him, man. You know, because everybody ridiculed, said he wasn't an NFL quarterback. They was ready to give up on him. Joe Namath came out and said some bad things about the quarterback.
Right.
You know, and I don't think that helps his psyche. And, you know, you don't have to be perfect. But I do think he's an NFL quarterback.
Right.
With the good teaching and good coaching, he could be better. He showed you he could play.
Right.
You know, and I thought he had, like, different games last year that he played well in.
That's why Aaron Rodgers is important still.
Yes.
Because he got to be there in this corner.
Got to be there, man. But I think you got to shore up that offensive line, man. You know, people, they go out and get all these fast receivers and running backs, but your offensive line is not strong. That got to be your strong point, your offensive line.
Right. And the Chiefs almost blew it. You see, Mahomes threw that. He threw another pick, but they threw the flag down.
Yeah, that was kind of suspect.
Man.
But I think, man, you know, you're the champion until someone beats you. So I think they do get a lot of calls. I mean, Mahomes is a pretty good dude. He's a good player.
Yeah, really good.
I don't think the refs are out there just making a difference in the full scope of the game. I just think in different plays, different parts of the game, the timing of it helps the other team.
Yeah. Yeah. Taylor Swift was there again.
Oh yeah, Taylor Swift, and she brought company with her. But I do think a lot of it is blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
You know, making it bigger than what it is. How the people coming up with the videos. You know, like Kelsey, who is that? We never knew of him. Well, if you watch football, you know who he is.
Yeah,
so.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
Do you think he's the greatest tight end ever?
Greatest?
I'll be saying that a lot.
I'm 52 years old. I would say no.
No. Who you think it is?
Kellen Winslow.
I don't know who that is.
I'll go look him up.
I got I be seeing people say that.
But I could say other names also. Mm-hmm. You know, growing up in Dallas, I played tight end, so I would always pay attention to that position. To me, that was the best position in the world. You get to block, run out for passes, you get to do end rounds, you get to hit people. Mm-hmm. But just me, man, I've just been watching football my whole life. I'm not the person, you know, that jumps on the bandwagon with the new people and say, "Oh, he's the greatest. He's better than this person." No. I remember. I have history in my head. So I can go back and think of different tight ends. I can think of a couple more that you probably wouldn't even know who they were. But if you went back and looked at the tapes, you'd be like, wow.
Right.
And then you got to think about it. A lot of people didn't pass like they pass now. You know, the league has evolved into what it is today.
Right.
Because, you know, the run game was always the thing. You know, not putting up big yards or whatever, taking chances of getting interceptions and pick sixes. Mm-hmm. But that's a great question, man. I do think Shannon Sharp was pretty good.
Right.
You know, I got a lot of people names in my head. Cowboys have had some pretty good tight ends, but you can say Tony Gonzalez was the greatest.
Mm-hmm. I heard of him.
So, but you can go on and on. So that shouldn't be a question that we talk about too much.
All right. But yeah, y'all, that was the topics we had for today. So this, I wanted to do this podcast because,
Man, actually, me and Trey relationship, I coached him in high school. I'm the head boys basketball coach at Grand Prairie High School, and I love sports, and I love talking sports. And I've seen him do a couple podcasts himself with music or whatever. I said, man, that'd be a great idea. Man, you do a podcast.
Right.
But he did the grunt work and try to get this thing going. I'm proud of him, man. I'm just appreciative to be here with him, man.
Yeah, I think this big, man. Best coach I ever had.
Yes, and I love him like a son.
And Coach Jones.
Yeah, Coach Jones.
There you go. Shout out Coach Jones, man.
What's up, Coach Jones?
That's the guy right there.
We still love you over there, GP. You'll go for life.
We gonna have him on one day for sure.
Yes, that'll be fun, man.
Yeah, but I just wanted to talk sports, coming from a player's perspective and a coach.
Yeah, so. And we're gonna continue this weekly. So look forward to seeing more videos coming from me.
Oh yeah. Last thing, who winning tonight? The Jets. Wait, no, not the Jets. The Giants or the Seahawks?
Ooh, man, I don't like the Giants. Where's the game at?
New York.
I'm a Cowboys fan. This is a hard one, but I'm going to go out on a limb. I will say the Giants are going to win tonight.
All right, we going to end it right there, man. Appreciate y'all for watching Player Coach Perspective. See y'all next week.
Thank you. I'm out.